Yo, what's good? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the situation of the girl who, allegedly had sex with her cousin. Okay. But we're gonna react to that today because I'm kind of invested in this. This is her. This is the culprit right here, alleged culprit. But I'm gonna make a prediction that she says her ex was lying about her sleeping with her cousin, and he abused her and he was a cheater. That's my prediction.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of.
You said sorry to a lot of niggas except for your mother, right? You sleeping with her sister or brother's child. What?
And I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did.
Oh, you sorry you didn't take his feelings into consideration when you had sex with your cousin? When you was getting beaten by... All right, nigga.
But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did, and I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help.
Nigga, she cut it? What happened?
For myself,
You forgot the script,
and
nigga.
for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong, I fucked up, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes.
What hotline would that be, right? The cousin sucker. What hotline would that be? Like what? 1-800 I suck cousins off? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what help you'd get for that, but you know.
Reflect on what I've done and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. Okay. First, I want to address the note that was released online.
First, I want to address the note that was released online.
I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear.
The bucket list note talking about nothing on your face was shared to you from your cousin and you saved it?
I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody and I still have a great relationship with my mother.
Please go inside and sleep off having sex with your cousin. Eat and go to sleep. Tomorrow is a new day that you can have sex with your cousin. I'm going to sleep. I used to have sex with my cousin. That's what she just said. Right? Because she didn't disown this nigga who's, But all right. Before you go to sleep, day, good night. Yo, your mom sucks at English. It might not be her first language. So I'll leave my dukes alone for that. But, together we will make it through okay. You forgive your daughter for having sex with little Timmy?
This was a fallacious rumor that was started by...
When did you learn? Niggas be making up words, bro. That's not a real word.
Someone that I thought was a friend, and it's completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real
I just want to say this now. The way she speaks pisses me off to like the highest degree possible. Like, there's no sort of education that went on in her life.
reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to
Oh, so you was having sex with your cousin, but it was his idea. It was his idea. It was his idea to say that you were cousins and make out on video. So she must think everybody in the world is, for lack of better words, hearted. Okay.
address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because
Hold on. Involuntarily admitted, but you take pictures to remember it.
voluntarily admitted
And you deleted all your socials, so this was really for the love of the game.
into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself.
Got her social on there. I'm trying to see if I could pay for my college. What we talking about?
It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors
You make fun of me for wanting to have sex with my cousin.
and have made my mental battle
How
that much
dare
harder.
you?
And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex
Considered a close friend. Okay, cut there. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the good spot. Let's cut there. And then let's talk about how I did have sex with my cousin. Next clip.
were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship.
Yo,
when I was in love with him,
you can't just say that you were having sex with your cousin, or no, get caught having sex with your cousin, and then he abused me. That doesn't make what you did any better. All right, look, I know plenty of women who have been beaten on in their past. They didn't go sleep with the nigga they grew up with. Hello? I'm talking Mike Tyson was in there. You know what I'm saying? Every time they didn't give him a macaroni cheese sandwich or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that sounds good, bro. Anyways.
I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything.
He was my first boyfriend, my first everything. So I wanted my second to be the cousin when I got railed by him. Did you see that? She's putting up wilt numbers in terrible acting. This is worse than Tomorrow's Teaching and Darman combined. Nigga, you suck. You suck, nigga.
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me, because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a
verbal, mental.
Normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse
Verbal, mental, and physical abuse. So, say hypothetically you're getting beat on. Are you gonna go have sex with your cousin? Because I wouldn't.
That he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with
You can't make these claims with no evidence. Number one. Number two, you had sex with your cousin, right? Even if this nigga did do what you're saying he did, which I don't believe that. You had sex with your cousin. You was on a FaceTime grabbing your you was on a FaceTime grabbing your hands like this to your cousin. You can't.
with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall.
Take a look at her ex.
Diamonds! Fuck, it's diamonds! I found fucking diamonds!
Yeah.
And I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay,
Nigga, there's no emotion in your eyes. And look, even if this nigga did what you're claiming, right? Look.
never did. At the time of my essay,
Even if your ex did the things you're saying he did and sexually assaulted you, fine, send that nigga to jail, let him take it up with Randy and get his booty hole destroyed. You slept with your cousin. I don't think that excuses that, my nigga. Alright? You out here, I'm going down, I'm bringing this nigga with me. Hey!
he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Hold on. I caught you, nigga. Look, hold on. You're not just gonna make this claim that this nigga is a sexual abuser after you had sex with your cousin and try and bring him down. Detective nigga is on the case. There's water everywhere. So either that's not blood, or it's... No, it wouldn't be period blood. There's no lubricant on the period.
After all this abuse,
That's not...
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left.
Hold on. Can't give me a brief overview of why you broke up with Kenneth. What I had to do, that's wrong because of his problems. He was never able to. I was putting in 100% of myself into the relationship to fix it while he put 50%, so it didn't work. Despite everyone, despite everything, I loved him and I believed in him and gave him my trust and all in hopes he would change, but he never will for me because soon after our talk next day, we have an argument where his stubbornness held him back from being mature. It's just proof he will never change, not for me. At least not while in this relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. So I stood up for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago, and we argued again. Now, the claim that you're saying, right? Look, like I said before, nigga, you had sex with your cousin. Detective nigga is on the case. You don't get to accuse this man of sexual assault, okay? So we're gonna go back here where you're claiming this happened July 13th, 2024. If you're breaking up and this is supposed to be like your best friend, my nigga, right?
Was heavily repressed to look like.
Ain't this supposed to be your best friend, my nigga?
Mental torment and trying to get my ex to
So
change.
if this supposed to be your best friend, you're telling me you're not gonna include that he was Diddy? Hold up.
I left. Here.
Hold up.
Get my ex admitting to.
Start shaking when I see your text. I still am. Good. You hope I rot in hell? I've been in hell for these past 11 days. I have been experiencing hell on earth. Good. I'm just so speechless right now. You should be. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is it you texting me right now? God work.
There's anger issues.
Now I feel absolutely tarnished and destroyed in life. I don't even feel like I deserve to talk to you right now because of what I put you through. I wish after my countless promises that I kept them, and when I said I would do better, I'm not going to talk about the effects or what I've been going through because I'm not trying to manipulate you to feeling bad for me or possibly twist your mind, but this is how I feel. I'm someone with great amount of pride and anger issues. In the heat of a disagreement, I hold on to my pride and I argue till I die. That's what I've been told by many people, not just you. I don't like being wrong, but I think for as many times as I said I would calm that down, yet never did, I'm so bleeped up for that. I was looking at a picture of you maybe a few days ago with Brittany and was just asking, how can I make such a sweet girl cry? How could I do something so bad to such a lovable woman? These 11 days have been full of emotion, and I've seen this video of a guy, one out of two, who documented after he broke up. Hold on. This nigga might have did it. I take it back. I'm sorry. So what we've learned, allegedly, her ex is EDP, and all I gotta say is, regardless of if, okay, so what we learned so far is that her ex is abusive, manipulative, and all that, right? Allegedly. You still got a meat wallet deposit put into you by your cousin. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem we have in here. So
all out of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrong.
Hold on. I was telling him a lot of how arguments. Hold on. She might be cleared. No, she's not cleared. She got piped by her cousin. There's no, you can't get cleared. Detective nigga made a wrong deduction. That's all I gotta say. But you could have typed these up and made these claims. But then again,
wrongdoings that he put me through.
Detective nigga could have made a wrong deduction. I don't know.
I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him.
Hold on. This was to your mom. If we go back here, when you were talking about your mother.
I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual that I wasn't disowned, that was started, but there's work to better my untrue. My great relationship with her. This was a.
Hold on. Okay, you're good. I thought you was set switching. We good though.
Me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to reaccess the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful.
Hold up. Nigga, you looking for a new victim? What you talking about? Nigga, you set that up like me, I'll bust it wide for you, nigga. What are we talking about? Now look, and I won't have sex with my cousin or nothing. I got a girlfriend though, so I can't. But yeah, nigga, you treat, man.
For everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like
Niggas who record themselves crying are genuine, like, you have some real issues, my nigga. You're crying, your first thought isn't, let me text my best friend, let me text this nigga. My day is so bad. It's so bad. I can't get over it. Help me. Then you gotta post it to the right song and hashtags. Excuse me.
I feel like I'm losing my mind, bro. And like, I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or
I can't listen to you talk. You're genuinely retarded.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly...
I don't care about none of that, bro. Look, you shouldn't kill yourself. Yeah, absolutely, you should not. But you had sex with your cousin. So if you're not depressed, there's something else wrong with you too.
Fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself.
I can't listen to you talk, bro. You piss me
The only
off.
reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and getting the proper help that they need to the internet at all. I can do that. To my community, I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys.
All right, so that's enough of that. What we've learned here today, right, is she has sex with her cousin. 1, 2, the other nigga is an abuser. He got some bread though, and he be using that bread properly, but he's an abuser. Both these niggas, terrible people. Her, she got some real issues. That nigga, he got some real issues. So detective nigga deducts that send them both to jail. Right? That's about that, yeah. Cut that nigga's balls off in GTA and send her to jail, rehab, and all of the above. But yeah, that's about all. That's about all. She didn't do too much negating of her getting piped by her cousin in this video. She did more of the mitigation by saying, hey, I did that, but look at what this nigga did. So I don't really think this is a very effective video, but hey, it's done. If y'all got something else you want me to react to, let me know, man, because this is bonkers. But you know, yeah. All right, I'll see ya.